going on, you guys? I hope this video is finding you happy and healthy. Welcome to another infertility journey video update. In this video, I thought I would share with you guys everything that I'm doing to prepare my body for a successful pregnancy through IVF. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with my infertility journey, I will link a few videos down below for you to check out all the details behind my infertility journey. It's been many years of infertility and how I've gotten to this point. So you can totally check those videos out if you're curious. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for watching this video. And so for those of you who have watched me for a while now, you know that IVF is coming up for me finally. I thought it was gonna be in October, and my start date actually is October 31st. But most of it's gonna be into the month of November because my fertility clinic is very busy and backed up. So I will share my IVF calendar with you guys at the end of this video. I just got it last week. So very excited to show you everything on that calendar, and I'll kind of describe what's happening on it. Don't mind this one. Every time I sit down to record something, she's just all over the place and wants attention. So just ignore her. Hopefully she calms down and settles down. Also, if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. I upload 1 or 2 videos a week all about living healthy. And this topic, my infertility journey, is the main reason why I started my YouTube channel. I think it's very important for us to talk about infertility, fertility issues. I don't think it's talked about enough, like I've said many times before. So I really want to document my journey in hopes of helping other women who are going through something similar, and also for me to look back on my other videos and be like, oh, I've come a long way and I can see how far I've come, because it is a very hard process. It's a difficult road to be on, and it can be very lonely. And so I feel like if I can document my journey, it will not only help other women, but it will also help myself see how far I've come. And it's just kind of an encouraging thing for me to do. So the things that I'm doing to help my body prepare for IVF, it's very simple, but I thought I would share them with you guys anyways. So as you guys know, or at least a lot of you know, I reached out to my naturopath a few weeks ago and asked her advice on what I should be doing to prepare my body for IVF. First thing I'm doing is reducing my caffeine intake. This is probably one of the hardest things I could be doing right now with the stress of my job and with COVID skyrocketing again. I am exhausted all the time. And of course, we got our puppy Yuma, who's super cute, and he's worth all of the lack of sleep, but I'm exhausted. So of course I reach for my coffee. I love coffee, but I have to remind myself that, you know, caffeine actually does impact fertility, and it can have an impact on getting pregnant. So I have kind of strategized on how to reduce my caffeine intake. I'm kind of tricking my taste buds. I love coffee. So what I've been doing is, and some of you guys will know this, that I did this like maybe a year and a half ago, and I was trying to kick my coffee addiction. So I love my coffee, especially in the morning, but sometimes I'll have caffeine in the afternoon. I've totally cut out my afternoon caffeine. In the morning, I normally have like a big cup of coffee or a big mug of coffee. I still have that, but I kind of am tricking my body in. I'm using an herbal coffee that I found on Amazon that I love, absolutely love. It's the best herbal coffee that I've tasted so far. And then the other half I will do with just regular caffeinated coffee grinds. So that way I don't know how much caffeine I'm getting, but definitely I've cut it way down. I've cut it in half. My naturopath recommends no more than 200 milligrams of caffeine a day. I'm probably around that much. I did go through a little bit of a caffeine withdrawal when I started doing this a few weeks ago, but I'm okay now. And believe it or not, I do actually have more energy now that I cut the caffeine out a little bit. I'm doing okay on that regimen. If you are interested in having herbal coffee, it tastes just like the real thing. I will link that Amazon link down below for you to check out if you are interested in drinking herbal coffee instead of regular coffee, or you can mix it up like I do and do half and half. Next thing I'm doing, number 2, is reducing my alcohol intake. This is also kind of hard. It's not as hard as the whole coffee caffeine thing for me, but I do find myself reaching for a glass of wine, especially when I cook. As you guys know, if you've been following my channel and watching my videos a while, you know that I love to cook and I love to have my glass of wine as I'm cooking. So I don't do that every day now. I used to almost do it every day, and it's really hard for me to not have my glass of wine at night or even a seltzer at night. It just helps me wind down. And so I've been trying to find other things sort of that substitute the whole alcohol thing. So I have found these drinks called Zevias, and you guys have probably heard of these before or seen them in the store. They're all over grocery stores and in Target, but they're just sodas that are sweetened with stevia. So there's really not that much stuff in it. It's pretty healthy soda, so I've been drinking that instead of like a hard seltzer. My naturopath recommends no more than 3 drinks in a week and don't drink them all at once. Apparently alcohol does affect egg health and ovulatory health. So, you know, I don't really want to risk anything at this point because it's taken me so long to get to this point in my infertility journey that I really want to give my body the best chance to get pregnant through IVF as I can. So I've been trying to really stick with only 3 drinks a week. It's been a little bit difficult also because we've been in full-blown renovation mode again on our 4-plex. We're starting demo on our last unit. And if you guys follow on Instagram, you'll know how stressed out I've been lately. I share a lot of information on my Instagram in terms of like what's going on with my life. We own this 4-plex that we've been renovating since 2019. And one of the other units we are turning into an Airbnb, so we're furnishing that. We just got our puppy, anticipating the whole IVF thing. Work is crazy. I still work full-time hours and I'm an ICU nurse who works with COVID patients, and then I also recover open heart patients. So it's just like a lot of stress. My husband's work, he's an attorney, so there's a lot going on in my life, and sometimes alcohol just kind of helps like settle and calm my nerves. So I just have to be aware and be okay with myself being overwhelmed and just kind of find different other avenues to calm myself down, which leads me into my third thing that I'm doing to help my body prepare for IVF, and that's reducing my stress levels. So I'm still using the app Headspace for meditation. Meditation has really helped me. I've just found that when my mind is calm, my body is calm. I know the two are really connected. I try to meditate every single day for about 10 minutes before I go to bed. I highly recommend the app Headspace if you've never used it before and you want to get into meditation. It's very easy to follow, and the Australian guy's voice is like super calming and soothing. It helps me go to sleep at night, so if I meditate right before I go to sleep, it really helps me fall asleep. I don't normally meditate in the morning because I feel like I don't really need that in the morning. I'm pretty calm in the morning. I just get a little bit stressed out at the end of the day, and so it just really depends on your body and how you're feeling. But meditation, mindful meditation, is really helping with my stress levels. Going for my morning walks. It's not raining yet. I live up here in Washington and it rains every day, but in the summertime, it doesn't rain that much, and we're still kind of into the summertime days still in September. So it's not raining much yet. So I'm taking advantage of that and going on my morning walks. I do go for at least 45 minutes to an hour. First thing I wake up in the morning on my days off, I go outside in the sunshine and I let myself wake up outside in nature. And I found that that really has helped my stress levels. Also starting off the day, just gives me a good start to the day. And then with my stress levels kind of being higher, just to be mindful of my feelings and recognize that being stressed and feeling anxious and then being nervous anticipating IVF is normal, and being okay with those feelings. The more that I'm okay with being nervous and being anxious, the less anxious I'm becoming. It's very strange concept, but you should try it if you are on the anxious and nervous side about something. Just instead of like pushing it down and ignoring those feelings, being like, I'll be okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, like push it down, the more anxious at least I am. And so the more you recognize like, okay, I'm feeling nervous, that's normal, just to be kind of sitting with your own emotions and being okay with them actually really helps with stress levels. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Those are the 3 main things that I'm doing to prepare my body for IVF. There is one more thing, but this just kind of like goes throughout my whole life, is nutrition. I really believe, I'm a firm believer that nutrition is medicine. So I'm really trying to focus, especially now, on nutrient-dense foods, trying not to eat a whole lot of processed stuff, and really being in tune with what my body is craving, and a lot of intuitive eating and really nutrient-dense foods. And then lastly, along with the whole nutrition thing, I have supplements that I've been taking that my naturopath recommended that I take to prep my body for IVF. Okay, so got my computer to tell you guys all the supplements that I am on per my naturopath. I'm in my patient portal. So the first thing, of course, that I'm on is a prenatal vitamin that she recommended. It actually is 3 capsules that I have to take, which is fine. They're just kind of big. And then I'm on a probiotic, which helps with gut health. And then CoQ10 apparently really helps with egg health and egg quality. So do that in the morning with food. Melatonin, believe it or not, helps also with egg health and ovulation health. So I take 3 milligrams under the tongue every night. It also helps me fall asleep, so that's a plus. I'm on these 2 pills that are antioxidants that also help with just overall health and apparently with fertility. And then I've been on these for a long time. I take a vitamin D pill, 2,000 units every night, and a high quality fish oil. I actually get these fish oils at Costco, and I do that every night also. In addition, I take magnesium to help me stay asleep at night, help my body relax. Okay, I think I got them all. There's quite a few pills I have to take every day, but I hope that it'll be worth it in prepping my body. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna put my IVF calendar here so you guys can check it out. And I also have it in front of my eyes on the computer here. So the first day of my actual injections is October 31st. But as you can see, like a couple weeks before that, they're just prepping my body for the injections, and it all has to do with like when I go off the birth control pill and like all that stuff. And then I think Josh has to take like an antibiotic also beforehand. So the actual injections of hormones start October 31st. And then, so as you can kind of see, I don't even know how to pronounce these names, but I have to take these injections at a certain time every single day. So starting in October 31st, and then that first week I'm doing injections. Basically like the first week I'm giving myself these hormone injections to stimulate follicular growth. And then once all that happens, then looks like by November 6th-ish, I give myself a trigger drug that helps my body ovulate. But during that first week, I pretty much have to go in for ultrasounds almost every single day. That's how my fertility clinic knows that my follicles are developing how they should, and then they can tell when I'm about to ovulate, and that's when they say to give myself the trigger drug. Then by the end of that week, from the ultrasounds, I can tell when I'm about to ovulate, and then they'll know when I'm supposed to get the egg retrieval. And then I have to drive to Seattle. As you guys know, I live in Tacoma, which is about like, I don't know, 45-minute drive, and it is under general anesthesia. So they'll get as many eggs as they can, and then they'll take my husband's sperm, my eggs, and they'll make as many embryos as they can. They'll test all the embryos, and that takes about like, I don't know, 5-6 days, they say. As many embryos as they find healthy, they'll implant back in me, and that is the transfer. I'll tell you guys more about all this as it comes closer and as I start all this whole process, but I did want to show you guys the calendar and give you guys an idea of what is coming up. So this is very exciting for me. This has been a long time coming, like I've already mentioned. I'm quite nervous about it, but I'm also very excited. But just kind of keep me in your thoughts and prayers as I mentally and physically prepare for all this. But it's actually more mental for me as this date approaches. I don't know how my body is going to handle all these hormone injections. I don't know what work's going to do. By the way, I am cutting back on my work hours. So yeah, I am part-time now at work. So that's going to help with this whole IVF thing, because I don't really know how much work days I'll be able to work during the month of November. For those of you who are watching this who have already been through IVF, please leave comments down below, maybe any suggestions that you have for me to prepare myself, or for those of you who are about to face IVF or are going through something similar, leave comments down below. For those of you who are just watching this in support, I really appreciate it. You can leave comments down below too. But I just feel like this is a topic we all need to share and be in communication about, because it's a big deal for somebody to go through alone. And so I really appreciate you guys' love and support. I thought I would give you guys all an update of what's going on with that. I haven't really talked a whole lot about it recently because I was just kind of like waiting for this date to come. I didn't really have much information on it yet, so now I do. All right, I think that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and for those of you who are coming onto this video to watch what I'm doing in preparation for IVF, hopefully you learned something. If you're going through something similar, please hit the like button if you like this video, because it really does help support my channel. I know I say that all the time, but I was like thinking to myself, maybe people don't really understand that. Really, like YouTube, if YouTube sees that people are liking my videos or liking any videos, they'll push them out further to more people. So please give this video a like if you liked it. And of course, always remember to be kind to yourself. Are you, yeah, YouTube? Hi, YouTube.